Hello guys and welcome back to another reading vlog. I am so happy to be vlogging again. It's been a while since the last time I posted a video or like vlogged. I've tried to, but to be honest, there was no point of me vlogging because I wasn't reading. The last video that I posted was a reading vlog of me trying to fight off my reading slump, and it kind of worked at the moment, but it didn't work in the long run for me because after that video, like after I stopped recording or like vlogging, I didn't read the book. Like I didn't finish the book. So yeah, that happened. So I'm sorry if this room is echoey. I am in the spare room. I told you guys a few vlogs ago, actually like 3 months ago, that I had an extra room, an empty room. My sister moved out like 3 months ago, so her room became available for me, and my plan for this room was to make it my reading room, like finally having my own reading room slash office. But it has taken me a very long time to get there. I mean, things have happened. I'm gonna talk about that in a bit, so I'm sorry if the room is echoey. There's like I don't have anything. I don't have much furniture in here, so that's why it's a little bit echoey. But I wanted to come here because I want to talk about my reading plans, and then we're gonna move on to talk about my plans for this room. My reading plans, like I was telling you guys, I did not finish reading the book that I was reading in that last reading vlog, which was The Thief by Megan Willen Turner. I didn't finish it. However, I do have 2 chapters left, and from what I remember, the spot where I left off, it was like a big reveal, and I remember I stopped listening to the audiobook because I was getting lost, and I wanted to pick up the book and like read it to see like what had happened, because it was like I think they told us who the main character really is, and I just didn't pick it up. I didn't read it, so I'm gonna finish this book hopefully today. I want to get back. I mean, it's time that I get back into my books because I want to read so many books, but I just haven't had the, how do you say, las ganas de leer. I just haven't. I don't know what happened. I just don't feel like, I didn't feel like reading for the longest time, but I wanted to read because there were so many books that I wanted to pick up. So here we are. I'm gonna get to this book, finish it, and hopefully continue with the second one if it's good enough. The one book that I do want to read and hopefully finish, I mean start and finish, it's Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. This was one of my most anticipated releases of the year, especially after reading The Night Circus, and I found out about this book. I wanted to get to it and I didn't. Then the reading slump happened, so I think it's time for me to pick this one up. And I also want to get to Strange the Dreamer by Lani Taylor. I've had this book in my bookshelf for so long, I can't even tell you how long it's been. And this book has one of my favorite quotes of all time. Don't ask me how I know that, but I know this quote and it comes from this book. I don't even know where the quote is in this book. I saw someone post the quote and I fell in love with the quote. It's about dreamers, and I love the quote. I love it. Oh my god, I found the receipt. I have the receipt right here. I bought this book in August of 2018. It's been a while. I want to get to this book. I started reading it the other day, but I got like 2 pages in. And I want to pick it up. So those are my reading plans for this weekend slash next week. I will keep you guys updated on those. And now I want to give you guys a quick update on my room. I'm sorry about the light, but the sun is coming in and out it's a whole thing. So I do have a new bookshelf and a new desk right here. I was gonna record myself like putting them together, but I have like the best fiance in the world, and he was home when they both arrived, so he built them for me. I am forever thankful because I hate building stuff, so I'm not mad about it. I'm just glad. I'm actually very glad and happy that he got to them before me, because I was just gonna do it for the vlog, but this is better, like 100 times better. So let me show you guys. So here's a bookshelf. I love this bookshelf. If you guys follow G from Book Roast, she moved into a new apartment, and her library, it's just these kind of bookshelves. She also painted her wall like a dark, I can't remember if it's like a dark green or dark blue. It's just like a dark wall behind the bookshelves, and they look so amazing. I fell in love with her library, and that is exactly what I wanted to do. So I got this bookshelf, and I love it. It's like the best thing ever. Well, actually, my fiance got it for me, so thank you. And this is the desk that I got. I thought it was gonna match the bookshelf a little bit more, which it kind of does. Like, if you can see the light, like this right here matches this, but I think it's because of the way the light hits it. But anyways, I do love this desk. It's pretty nice, and honestly, it was the cheapest desk I could find right now. Desks are so expensive nowadays because of the whole working from home situation, I think, and because like everything is backed up and stuff like that. I believe this was only $85. So instead of having it to the wall, I wanted to go like right here in this space right here. I'm gonna add two black frames, which I have right here. This might be too big for the space, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna have two of those here. I'm gonna get a plant. It's probably gonna be fake because I don't know if I can have a plant in here. We'll see, but I want a big plant right here, the prints right here, and then I'm gonna add a hanging pendant light right there. At least that's my vision. I don't know, we'll see what happens. So let me show you guys a few things that I got. So another thing I want to get, it's a desk chair, but I want it to be velvet green, if you guys know what I mean. I think I want to add a lot of green into this room, like dark green. If I do end up getting another bookshelf like that, I want to add it to this, like behind me right here, because the window is right in front of me. Like, you guys are sitting in the windowsill, and this is like the perfect light for videos and stuff like that. So I do want to add another bookshelf right there. I'm just gonna hold on it. I'm gonna wait until I actually need the space for more books. Like, I don't need that right now. So I do want to add another reading chair, and like I told you guys, I wanted to have this room full of bookshelves and books and stuff like that, but this is not my forever home, so I'm not in the hurry to do that yet. And then I'm also sharing this office space with my fiance, so it's not like I can just have my stuff. Like, I know he wants to do a few things with the space as well, and we do want to add a couch that has a pull-out bed for any guests or whoever wants to stay over. We want to make sure that there's somewhere where guests can stay, so we're thinking about a pull-out couch, and you know, it's gonna be great for me to read in here as well, so it's great. And the other thing is that I do want to make this bookshelf prettier than my bookshelves downstairs. I want it to be, because it's gonna be my background, my filming background now, I do want to add a few elements to it. I just want it to look nice. That's the goal here. So I'm gonna show you real quick the few things that I got. So I went to Target, and this was like not for the desk, but after I got the desk, I was at Target and I found these coasters, and I thought, perfect, I need some for my new desk. so I don't damage the desk. These are so pretty. I thought these are great. I thought they were great because I can just add this kind of green into the room, and I'm excited. Like, I thought they were so pretty, especially these two. I love them. So they're gonna be my new coasters. I'm gonna have them around. And then I got these two. They are like picture frame holders. I believe that's how I looked it up on Amazon. They're just like these little boys right here, and I'm gonna use them to display books on the bookshelves. I do have a few books with beautiful covers, and that's what I'm gonna use these for. I only bought a pack of two because I wanted to see what kind of books fit on them, and I'm gonna see how many books I actually want to display. So I only got two. I might get some later on. And then I stopped at, what's it called, secondhand store, the secondhand store, and I was looking for more. I wanted to use old stuff that would give the bookshelf character and things that I really want. I found these two. These are for big candles. I do have them, and I thought they were perfect for me to get, but like the candles, and put them in here. And whenever we lose power, they're like easy access, and they already have their stand hold. I can just light them up, and it's gonna be pretty. They're gonna be decor as well as very handy when it comes to me not having power. Like right now, I don't even know where they are, and if I ever need them, I have to like look for them in the dark. So next time I know where they are. That was my update. It was a very long update. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to reading now. I actually need to have lunch. It is like 3 p.m. I was just cleaning, doing laundry, playing with the dogs, working out. It was a whole morning, so now it is time to relax. I do need food and get some reading done. And then after that, I'm gonna start bringing some of my books up here, and I'll show you guys. Alright guys, so I brought some of the books up here, and this is not how the bookshelf is gonna look. I tried to place them where I think they're gonna go, but I don't think they're gonna stay like this. I pretty much want to have all fantasy right here, and I think I'm gonna take some downstairs and change those and bring the ones I have downstairs up here. I still have more space downstairs anyways, so I'm gonna continue playing around with which books I want to have right here and which books I want to keep downstairs. And yeah, I will give you guys a closer look on what I have right now. This is not how they're gonna stay, obviously, and I have to figure out the decor as well. With my reading update, I am still reading Hotel Magnifique, and I do have to say that it is reading a lot like Caraval. Obviously different plots, obviously different characters, but I mean the whole two sisters in this whimsical magical place that switches. There's rooms that appear out of nowhere and stuff like that. I don't know, it has a lot of Caraval vibes, and I'm not mad about it. So here, I'm not mad about it. I am enjoying it because of that aspect. You guys know how much I love those kind of books, and it's giving me what I wanted. But I do have to say, like, it's reading a lot like Caraval. Even the audiobook is like the narrator, I don't even know if it's the same, I don't think it's the same narrator, but it's pretty close. So that's what I'm reading. I'm gonna continue reading that hopefully tonight. So this is what I have right now. Obviously Sarah J. Maas. I don't know if I'm gonna keep her right there or take her all the way to the bottom. Honestly, she might end up in the bottom. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But for now, they're gonna stay right there because that's where my fiance placed them, and I don't know where to place them. This one right here, I wanted to make it more colorful, so I'm gonna add a lot more color to this one. And this one is for sure some of my favorite books that I have. For example, I have the Last Magician trilogy. I mean, for now, 3 books, and then Caraval, obviously like one of my favorite series. These 2. I have a few more downstairs that I want to bring up here, but they might go up. They might go on this shelf because this right here, I don't like it. But I think I'm gonna keep all of her books downstairs because I'm not vibing with this whole shelf. It's very mixed match. Like, I feel like there's nothing going on here. So I do want to display this book because to this day it's one of my favorite covers. I love everything about this cover, and I want to display that one. So I obviously don't have anything here yet because I want to keep playing with this whole shelf, but this is what I have right now. Obviously nothing's gonna stay like this. I'm gonna change it up because I have more decor to add. I want to add plants. I'm gonna add candles to this one, but for now this is what's going on. I have these books right here. They're gonna go downstairs because they have no rhyme or reason to be up here. Like, for example, I love this one, but it's a standalone, so it can go downstairs, as well as this one I haven't read yet, and this is the only book I have from the series. So yeah, also this one, these are the only 2 books that I have from this series, and I never bought the rest because they're so small, and I just listened to the audiobooks on these ones. But yeah, they're gonna go downstairs, and this is what I have right now. I forgot to finish this vlog, and I was about to edit the footage, and I realized that I never came back to talk to you guys about the books that I ended up reading and finishing for this vlog. Hey, ma'am. Okay. Ow. Go that way. Thank you. Oh, you're right. I don't have it with me right now, but at the beginning of this vlog, you see Cobra. At the beginning of this vlog, I finished The Thief by Megan William Turner, I believe that's the author, and I really enjoyed it. I do plan to continue with the second book, not just yet. I'm gonna wait because there are other books that I want to read first, but I really enjoyed the beginning and the end of that book. Like I said, like I mentioned, the middle was kind of like boring, even though we got a lot of the history of the world and a lot of the stories that the characters were told as they grew up and stuff like that. So we got a lot of the folklore and just the history behind this world, and I thought it was interesting, but I found it a bit boring. But yeah, I'm excited to continue with the second book and see where the story goes. I think this was just like the first book explaining the world, and I'm fine with it. There's like 5 more books that I have to get to, so I think it's gonna be a great time. I also didn't mention this book because I wasn't blogging during that time. I did listen to and finish Big Magic. I didn't know if I was gonna like this book just because it's kind of like, it's like a self-help book, and I'm really not into those kind of books, even though I think sometimes it helps. Sometimes I really enjoy them, and in this case I really enjoyed this one. However, I now have a new fear as a writer that I didn't have before this book, and that's because she told me this, and now I am afraid that this is gonna happen to me. And if you guys have read this book, it's a lot about it's for writing and being creative and stuff like that. So the author is a well-known author, obviously, and she starts the book by telling you how we have all this fear of like not succeeding, of not finishing something, not getting, for the story to not get published, and there's just so much fear in us of what we would do with our writing, what will, or with any creative stuff, like how fear is always there. It's just like how fear is always there, but we just have to like acknowledge the fear. We have to acknowledge fear and just let her stay there. Like, you're not gonna bother me, I know you're there, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but you stay right there. I'm not gonna talk to you, you're not gonna talk to me. Cool. And then she goes on and gives advice on like how to keep moving forward and how to do. And there was a chapter where there's a chapter where she talks about how sometimes a story comes to you and it might not be the right time for you and that story, and it is okay for that story to move on and find another writer, because that's something that happened to her. Like, she was ready to write this book, but life got in the way, and then later on in life she met another author and they became friends and they started talking about their projects, and then the author told her about this idea that she had, and it was so similar to hers, and she believes that when they crossed paths they actually changed stories. So like, her story went to this new author and she got to write the story, and she did a great job apparently, and she was okay with it because that story just was not meant for her at that time. And I never thought about that. I never thought, hey, this idea of mine can just leave me because it's been there for so long and I haven't gotten to it, I haven't been able to write it. It's gonna leave me. And like, I want all my ideas for me. Like, I want them to stay with me. I don't want them to go anywhere else, even though I don't finish them, because so far my ideas are great. I love them, but I'm not writing them. So are they gonna leave me and then someone else is gonna write them? I don't know. I mean, great. And then last but not least, my favorite advice from that whole book, or something that she made me realize is that she said something along the lines of, the world doesn't owe you anything, so don't expect the world to like your craft, don't expect them to read your stories, don't expect them to watch a video, don't expect them to like a picture. It's just, the world doesn't owe you anything, and that is so right. Like, I feel like we lose track of that, and it's like, it's true, the world doesn't owe us anything. Like, people are not supposed to like our stories or watch our videos or read our books, read our stories. look like our art, whatever we do, whatever we create, movies, anything, like the world doesn't owe us to like them. It doesn't owe us to watch it. It doesn't owe us to read it. And that clicked with me so much. Like, yeah. And just like real quick for a minute, I was like, I'm not getting any views. I'm not getting, my videos are not doing great in YouTube. My Instagram is not doing great. But who cares? Like, I like to do this. I like to talk about books. I like to talk about writing and stuff like that. And no one owes me anything to watch my videos, and that's fine. Like, as long as I enjoy doing them, as long as I enjoy making them, that's fine. Like, it's great. I really liked that advice, because it's not only for my videos right now, but obviously for whenever I write something and I expect people to read it. The world doesn't owe us anything, so I'm just gonna put out my content, and I'm gonna continue doing it because I enjoy it, because I love making it. So that's what's gonna happen. I really like that bit of the book. It's a really good book to read. I mean, don't expect like this great, I mean, she's not gonna give you like the key to living the perfect successful life, but she had really good points. I really enjoyed it. Sorry, I went on a tangent. I just wanted to mention that because I really like those three things, or two things, whatever. And then the last book I read was Hotel Magnifique, and I don't have the cover with me right now. I really enjoyed this book. It's upside down. It reads like Caraval, and I really love Caraval. You guys know how much I love Caraval by Stephanie Garber, and the only thing that this book has similar to The Night Circus, it's the fact that the hotel moves around like every night and no one knows where it's gonna appear next, full of magic obviously, but the magic reminded me of Caraval. I think the first 100 pages were kind of weird because obviously like we're getting to know the world, we're understanding how it works, and it was very like, the magic is weird, and like, you know, like Alice in Wonderland type of things, like things are just weird. That's how I explained Caraval at the beginning as well, because it's very whimsical and like you don't know what's going on. Things start moving and changing. It reminded me of Hogwarts, like how the stairs move. That's like the rooms in here would move and new rooms would appear out of nowhere, and the rooms would like lose their floor. Like there's certain things that you had to do in this room, you know, like for you to not die. And after the 100 pages, like I was able to understand a little more what was going on, because they were moving too fast too soon. Like and then after that I started liking the characters a little bit more. She also has a sister, like the main character and her sister going to this hotel, and that's why it reminded me the most about Caraval, because if you guys know, it's Donatella and Scarlet, they're sisters, and it's this, and like obviously Belle reminded me of Legend in a way, because like he was the master of the magic and like moving the hotel. Well, Belle was in charge of moving the hotel, and well, maybe that's a spoiler, I don't know, but yeah, a lot of surprises. I do want to say it wasn't, I gave it a 3 stars. This was just a really good book, as in like if you like Caraval and if you liked it, kind of, not really, just because of the French, it reminded me of Serpent and Dove, but it has nothing to do with that kind of stuff, just because of the French, and that was it. But it was a fun book to read. I enjoyed it. We'll see what happens. That was a long update, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!